Welcome to the Conflict Zone YouTube channel. The war in Ukraine continues to exact a toll on the Russian army, eroding their morale with each passing day. The initial enthusiasm of Russian soldiers has waned as Ukraine resiliently repels their overwhelming attacks. Ukrainian fighters have successfully thwarted the invaders, contributing to a decline in the invaders' motivation. Faced with these setbacks, occupiers have been attempting to stage revolts. In the most recent attempt, a revolt unfolded near St Petersburg, where a massive warehouse went up in flames. Russian workers deliberately set the entire facility on fire, possibly in response to Russian police raids targeting recruits for the war in Ukraine. This incident is currently under investigation by the prosecutor's office, adding another layer of complexity to the evolving situation. Stay tuned for further updates on this development and more insights from the conflict zone. Currently, there is no available information regarding the casualties caused by the fire, which required the efforts of hundreds of firefighters to bring it under control, as it consumed an area of 50,000 square meters. According to Ukrainian commentator Igor Sushko, the fire was ignited by disgruntled employees protesting against conscription initiatives. Sushko shared this information, stating that Putin's regime is recruiting individuals for the invasion of Ukraine, dubbing it Putin's Oman Gestapo. In a separate development, Prime Minister Rishi Sunak made a recent visit to Kiev, becoming the first foreign leader to visit Ukraine this year. During his visit, he announced additional funding, including a crucial £2.5 billion military aid package from the UK. This support is essential as President Zelensky faces concerns about diminishing interest from allies as the conflict persists. The two leaders solidified their commitment through a new security agreement, wherein the UK promises to provide swift and sustained assistance if Ukraine faces another attack from Russia. In response to this support, President Zelensky praised Sunak's personal leadership, emphasizing that the agreement will lay the foundation for further collaboration with other partners. During a press conference with the Ukrainian president, Sunak expressed, "Our competitors around the world believe that we have neither the patience nor the resources for long wars." In the aftermath of these developments, a weakened Russia has, as usual, initiated a perception operation. Stay tuned for more updates on this multifaceted situation. Russian President Vladimir Putin aimed to convey the strength and size of the Russian army by estimating that around 600,000 Russian forces are present in the war zone in Ukraine. This figure constitutes almost half of the personnel of the entire Russian army. During a meeting with students involved in the occupation, Putin emphasized the need for constant fine-tuning of the Russian army's mechanism in the expansive war zone, spanning almost 2,000 kilometers. Putin expressed concerns about the size of the mechanism, stating that the battlefield is extensive, and the 600,000 personnel involved in the conflict constitute a significant portion of the Russian army. It's noteworthy that Putin had previously issued a decree in the last month of the previous year, increasing the number of military personnel in the Russian army to 1,220,000, including 130,000 conscripts. This increase was part of an effort to bolster the armed forces. Officials highlight that the actual percentage of military personnel deployed in the zone of Russian occupation may vary from Putin's estimate. The authorized strength, even with the recent increase, does not always reflect the actual number of troops on the ground. Additionally, Putin's estimate does not account for approximately 300,000 people mobilized by another decree. Experts suggest that if Putin's estimate is close to reality, more than 1 million people could have participated in Russia's invasion of Ukraine in October 2023. The dynamics of troop deployment and the actual strength on the ground remain complex and dynamic, shaping the ongoing conflict in the region. Stay tuned for further updates on this evolving situation. Andrei Yusov, a representative of the main intelligence directorate of the Ukrainian Defense Ministry, revealed that the enemy group occupying the temporarily occupied territory of Ukraine had more than 400,000 troops as of December 2023. In line with U.S. intelligence estimates, Russia's losses in the ongoing war in Ukraine are reported to be around 315,000. The General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine reported that from February 24, 2022, to January 26, 2024, approximately 38,600 Russian invaders were eliminated by the Ukrainian Defense Forces. British intelligence points out the challenge of accurately assessing the total number of casualties in the conflict due to a long-standing culture of dishonest reporting in the Russian armed forces. Even among Russian officials, there is believed to be a low level of understanding regarding the true extent of casualties. In a positive development for Ukraine, Rheinmetall Italia announced the deployment of the Skyx air defense system in the country. This deployment not only enhances Ukraine's air defense capabilities but has also led to increased global interest, resulting in new orders for the Skyx air defense system from around the world. Stay tuned for further updates on the evolving situation in Ukraine. Rheinmetall Italia, the Italian subsidiary of the company, announced the delivery of the Skyx air defense system to Ukraine on December 31st, as part of a deal funded by the German government. The system is now operational, and according to CEO Alessandro Ercolini, a second battery is scheduled for delivery in March this year under a contract valued at approximately €160 million, signed in December 2022. The Skyx, launched 8 years ago, has already been sold to Qatar, with Romania signing for 2 batteries last December, and Austria purchasing 7. Ercolini emphasized that the signing of the Ukrainian contract played a crucial role in securing the Austrian and Romanian deals. The Skyx is listed among defense products whose profile has been elevated by its deployment in Ukraine, alongside technologies such as the Turkish Bayraktar drones and the American HIMARS rocket launcher. Ercolini revealed that new Skyx contracts with a Middle Eastern state and a NATO member are set to be finalized in the coming weeks. He highlighted the importance of feedback from Ukraine in improving the system, stating, "We have been told that Skyx is working well in Ukraine, and feedback will be really important to further improve the system." The advanced version of the Skyx is based on the company's SkyGuard system, which has been sold to 60 countries. The Skyx features a radar with a range of 50 kilometers, a command center, and 4 cannons, each equipped with electro-optical sensors and tracking radar. The system is capable of firing 1,000 rounds of 35mm ammunition, with a firing rate of 1 round per minute, hitting targets up to 4 kilometers away. Stay tuned for more updates on the Skyx air defense system and its impact on the conflict in Ukraine. Alessandro Ercolini continued, stating, "We started designing Skyx 10 years ago to counter asymmetric threats like mortars. This meant it was ready to be used against more recent threats such as drones and stray munitions. The advantage is that it is designed to counter small, low, and slow threats and is more cost-effective than using a missile worth millions to destroy a drone. As drones or other threats approach their target, the system's 35mm shells open and emit hundreds of tiny tungsten cylinders, creating a devastating cloud. To ensure that the projectiles open at the right moment, a sensor checks their speed as they leave the barrel, and the electronics in the barrel program the opening time accordingly." Austria will be the first customer to order the fixed-face active electronically scanned array radar offered by Rheinmetall Italia with the system. A customer in the Middle East is considering whether to integrate missiles for an extra layer of defense. In addition to these developments, Ukraine has reported exhausting the enemy on the southern axis, as stated by the Special Operations Forces Command on Facebook, accompanied by a posted video. Stay tuned for further updates on the deployment and effectiveness of the Skyx air defense system in various theaters. In a recent special reconnaissance mission in the southern direction, the Special Operations Forces of the Armed Forces of Ukraine demonstrated their prowess by destroying enemy observation posts and Russian invaders. The operators from the 73rd Naval Special Operations Center of the Armed Forces of Ukraine utilized a thermal imaging drone equipped with a drop system to launch a fire attack on the identified targets. Following the drone attack, a battle group from the Special Forces moved in to clear the observation posts, despite facing intense enemy artillery fire. The operators approached the Russians closely, took favorable positions, and initiated direct action. The Special Forces soldiers released a statement, noting the success of their operation. As a result of the professional work of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, observation posts and 5 enemy soldiers were destroyed. This will allow us to control more areas in this direction in the future. The video footage showcased the determination and effectiveness of Ukrainian fighters as they continue their struggle. Stay tuned for more updates on the ongoing developments in the region.